Hi guys, welcome to Explora. My name is Ava and this is Sheldon.
Hello. And today we are doing another installment of our Make at Home series, and we're going to be working with carving pumpkins. So if you may already know, we do our Make at Home series where we kind of explore the different ways of making and different ways you can create things using just stuff around your house. It doesn't have to be super tools like a laser cutter or a 3D printer, but even just like anything you can find around the house, like scissors and a cardboard saw and some pumpkins. So we're kind of exploring the intersection between science and art, and today we thought we'd do that because it's October with some pumpkins.
Yes.
So you want to tell us what we're going to be doing today, Ava?
Yes. So what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be exploring the different ways that you can carve your pumpkin using materials that we bought from the store and materials around your house.
Even a drill.
Even a drill.
We have heard that it's one way to carve a pumpkin, and we thought we'd give it a shot because it looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So we do have two already stenciled. This one magnificently hand-drawn by Ava. And then this one we use one of the stencil kits from the store-bought pack. So you punch out the holes, you line it up with your pumpkin, and there's some markers in there that you use to trace it. Or you can just get a good old-fashioned Sharpie, draw some triangle eyes, get that creepy mouth in there. Super easy, straightforward, and classic. You can't go wrong with it.
I know, go for it. Make it your own.
And so the very first thing we want to do when you're making your pumpkin at home is we're going to have to hollow it out, right?
Oh, yes.
So we went ahead and we pre-hollowed this one. We cut a little hole right at the top, if you guys can see that. And we popped this off. We scooped out all the gunk. There was loads of gunk to be scooped. Put it in here. And actually what's really cool about this is you can repurpose all this. Some people use the insides to bake pies and bread. You can also roast the seeds.
Yes.
And get some nice roasted pumpkin seeds.
Very good.
Classic. And so you're not wasting anything. It's perfect. But how are we going to get started today?
All right. Should we
Let's
hollow
hollow these
both
out.
of these out?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to use this one with the drill.
Okay. And I can start trying this one with the normal store-bought knives.
Nice. And I'll use what we have here, a cardboard cutter, to start hollowing this one. We also have a pair of scissors too. I can try the pair of scissors just in case, because there's so many different ways that this can be done, right? You don't have to have all these tools made just for it. We can make do with anything that we can find. Probably even a pair of keys would work. It'd be hard.
Oh, yes.
But you could do it. Oh, man.
Oof.
This is a struggle.
It's getting a little rough. Also, make sure to always have parental supervision. Always have parents with you or an adult to make sure that you don't cut yourself in any way.
Please, please, please be safe, explorers. Science is not fun unless it's safe.
Exactly.
Boy. This is always tougher than I expected to be.
I know. The store-bought knife seems to be a little flimsy. It's a little thinner.
Oh. I thought that would make it easier. Maybe for like detail work in the carving, but I guess not. Opening this up. And what I'm curious about too is the store-bought kit came with 4 different types of blade. I guess these two are the same, but then this one's a little bit thicker and shorter, and there's that long one. So maybe these ones might be good for detail work.
This one's good for cutting the top.
And this one's like broad lines, maybe broad straight lines. So again, always, 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 you can experiment at home, try different things. There's no one way to do anything, right? There's so many ways you can tackle this. Right. I'm going for my classic perfect circle pumpkin top. I've seen some people cut like patterns, like shapes into the top too. Like I've seen a star before.
Ooh.
I don't think I could pull that off, but maybe
No.
one of you guys at home could rock a fancy pumpkin star and tell us all about it.
And I traditionally cut it octagon so I know where to cut the armor.
Oh,
yes.
That's smart. I don't know if you guys heard that, but shout out to our amazing camera operator, Trish. Trish. But she was saying that she usually cuts a notch at the top, maybe like a little triangle inside of the circle, so that she knows where it lines up perfectly again. So smart. I've never heard of that before. And I'll never cut a pumpkin the same way again.
I know, it's a great way to keep track.
Because that's the worst, trying to figure out if you're turning the top.
And you're like, it
through.
just doesn't fit right. Let's see. I almost got it. Got some cheddars here. There it is.
There it is.
Look good.
Alright, and then after you pull it off, you'll want to cut off all of the excess.
Cut off the gunk here. Nice flat top. And again, you might want to grab a bowl and lay out either some painter's plastic or a towel or a trash bag just so you don't make a mess. Unless you want to make a mess, that's fine too. That's also part of making. And then get a nice bowl handy to throw everything in so you can save it, because we love using all parts of everything. Nothing is going to waste. And
now it's time to clean these bad boys out.
do you want to use the store scoop, or are you going to use one of the ice cream scoopers?
Ooh, should we try the ice cream scoop?
I think we should try the ice cream scoop.
I think we should
I
try
think we
the
should give it
ice
a
cream
shot.
scoop.
Because I know, most people have an ice cream scoop around the house.
Yes.
We should try a big spoon too. Or you can also go in with
Yes.
your hands. Classic. A little chaotic, but it does work.
Where did we put the...
I will grab it.
Okay.
Moment.
I will try going with my hands first.
You're going with the hands?
Get it a little loosened up.
Bold. So we have these three here. We have the classic ice cream scoop. We have a plastic, I think, salad mixing spoon. And I
Another
believe this is for
plastic
ice, for scooping ice. We really will try anything here, There's so many different options. This one
Go
in the store-bought kit really changes the game with these ridges here, so it can like scoop at all those tethers, grab all the stringy bits here. But they all work the same in the end, How's that ice cream scooper working?
The ice cream scoop seems to be working pretty well, actually.
Nice.
Since it's metal, it's easier to kind of push
Oh, that makes sense.
when it gets the right pressure.
Boy. There's a lot going on inside this pumpkin.
I know. There's a lot of gunk in here.
You guys can see that. There's so many seeds in there. And there's this big thing in the center. I just gotta scrape along the walls, get it all off.
Along the walls, the bottom,
Oh.
even the top.
I always forget about the.
I know.
I'm glad you said that. Look at that. Wow. Okay. Whew.
Whew. It's kind of a workout.
It's kind of a workout. My forearm is burning. Let's see here. Almost got it. Oh yeah, that is
All that gunk.
a lot. But I think it's good. There's so much.
I know. Lots of seeds you can have for roasting.
Exactly.
I've also heard people use some of that spice too, like to make texture in pumpkin bread.
Yeah,
Ooh.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know if you can use it for pie though.
I don't think you can use these kind of pumpkins for pie.
Let us know in the
You can
comments.
try.
We don't know.
Yeah, if you guys have used these for pie.
Drop a comment if you've used pumpkin gunk for pie, or if you're gonna try it. Please let us know. We're very
Yes.
curious. That's what we should do for one of our making videos. We'll try making a pie.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Go terribly. I'm no good at cooking. Let's see.
You have the Despacito video coming up soon.
We do
Oh, yes.
have
That's
a make-at-home biscochito video coming soon. That's a lot of gunk. Holy cow. So stay tuned for that one. We do, like I said, there's really no way to specifically categorize making because it's so broad it can cover anything. You draw a picture, you're making. You carve a pumpkin, you're making. You pour milk into your cereal you're making,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So many different ways to do so many things. Ooh.
I'm now taking the scraper and trying to scrape around
Oh, yeah.
with the ridges.
Show us what that scraper looks like.
Oh, yes.
Interesting. So I'm sure you could supplement, if you really wanted to get the walls of this clean, you can get a piece of cardboard, maybe cut some triangles into it, like it has teeth, scrape it along the edge, an old credit card,
Maybe some car keys.
some car keys too. The keys keep coming up. I think keys are gonna make a big splash in the pumpkin world. Oh boy.
Whew, there was a lot in here.
I've never so efficiently scooped a pumpkin before. It's a very interesting tool, the super goop scoop. It's fun. Alright. Ricky. Almost got this one clean, then I'll start
Almost got the edges clean.
drilling. And I think,
Oh, yes.
I mean, there's always so many different ways to go about this, right? You can just jump right in and freehand it. You can obviously make a strategy, plan it out, map it, do some markings, do a stencil. But I think I might just go in without a plan.
Without a plan?
See where I end up.
I think that's a good idea.
I think that's part of experimenting too. You know, sometimes you don't have a plan and you just see where you go.
Exactly. Experiment with different shapes for the eyes, for
Exactly.
the mouth.
I have a few different drill bits that I'll show everyone in just a sec that I'm going to use to tackle my pumpkin. You got a
Alright.
tall pumpkin.
I know, it is
Oh
tall.
my
Look at all
gosh.
that.
I was not expecting that at all.
I was busy scraping it all
You got to get
off,
those.
then you gotta scrape it all out.
You got to get the insides of the wall clean. But also, I have seen some really cool pumpkin designs before where they actually leave some of the stringiness and the seeds on the inside, and then they'll do like a creepy forest pattern on the outside. So when you look in and you put a light through it, it's kind of like vines hanging. So that's super cool. So something to consider. Again, there's no right way to do it. Whatever you feel in your heart of hearts. Ooh. I should have made that notch. Now I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
actually, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
I kind of had one. Yeah. Perfect.
Worked out.
Okay. I think I'm all
Almost done with this one.
done. And then we will start. All right. Cool. That is a lot. So this is what I have in here from 2 pumpkins. So that there's some measurements on the side of this bowl. I believe milliliters. I have about 2,000 milliliters of pumpkin innards in this bowl. It's a lot of
just
stuff.
about 1,000 just from this pumpkin alone.
So you can probably assume that each pumpkin, on average, is maybe 1,000 milliliters of guts. Interesting. But now we'll figure out the best face side. I think I like this side right here for my face.
Which side is the most round?
Exactly. This side right here. And so
Right.
I said I was going to be using the drill, so here we have our trusty drill. I have 3 different drill heads we're going to be using. We have this one here. You can see it. It's a step drill head. So it basically has different levels that I can kind of drop it down to get a desired circumference for a circle. Oh, there we go. Thank you. Perfect. So this one, it has the markings for the circumference for how wide the circle is. And we got, oh, that's so tiny. I think 25/60ths? I don't even know what measurement it is. It's really tiny to really wide.
Super small.
I can't read the writing. Then we have this. I don't know what this is called, but I have seen them before, and it's really interesting. And our camera operator extraordinaire said she sees plenty of videos online where people use these to get right into the pumpkin. I'm sure if you have a really big one, you can even use that to do the top.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy. You might have to watch out for the stem, but you can just right in there. And then the last one we have here, I also know the name of this one, but it seems pretty interesting. It's almost like a trident shape.
Yeah.
So we'll try that out, see what we get. Again, never used any of these except for a step drill, but
We shall learn together.
Exactly.
I'm going to just go in with the same tools from the store,
Perfect.
see how far I get.
All right, let me install this first head.
Right.
I think for one of the eyes, I'm going to go for 2 different sized eyes. So one of the eyes I'll use the step drill, probably right to the very end or near the end. And then for the other eye, I'll use this guy, this big one here, to get the 2 different sized eye effects. We love a goofy pumpkin.
Very excited to see how those work.
Me too, actually. Let's see. And then for any explorers at home who do decide to use a drill or any power tools, again, parent supervision, please, 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 always.
Yes.
But be sure to wash everything right after, or at least give it a good wipe down if you can't wash it right away, just so your materials stay in tip-top operating condition.
We have a viewer, Stacy, who said that a lot of times they paint their pumpkins.
Oh, that's really
Ooh.
cool.
I have seen some of those when I went around trick-or-treating. I have seen a few painted pumpkins,
Well, I've
and they look really pretty.
never seen that. In case you guys didn't hear at home, one of our viewers said that they paint their pumpkins. I mean, I've never done that before. Fascinating. It's a good idea.
I know.
Is it just any type of paint? Is there a special paint? Is there a pumpkin paint out there that I can buy? We'll never know.
Maybe acrylic might work.
Because I don't
Yes,
know.
'cause-
I don't know how oil paint would work.
Oh yeah.
But acrylic would work really well for sure. Maybe not watercolor. Maybe.
Yeah.
So let's give this
Watercolor
a
might be
go.
a little too watery.
A little too. Oh, that works so well.
So well.
You want to like go?
Yeah, shall
Yeah.
we try?
Give it a rotate. Wow. Oh, it made these like really cool spiralized
Ooh.
pumpkin confetti. But give it a go right here.
We could try holding the
go.
pumpkin too.
Oh my goodness. Like right in. That worked
Yeah.
extremely well. I was not
Perfect circle.
expecting that kind of, like butter, cut through like butter.
I know.
And you could probably find some use for these cool pieces here, I'm sure. That was really neat, actually.
Alright.
I was not expecting it to work that well.
Yeah, you could see with the tool, it came out a little less circular and a little, you know?
Yeah, but I think that's a part of the
Part of the
handheld
process.
magic adds
Yeah.
to the charm, you know?
And you can kind of take your tool and cut away some of the excess as well, just to
Nice.
get more of the circle shape.
I'm gonna go in again with this step drill head, but I'm gonna wipe out some of this gunk first before I take it off to give it a good thorough cleaning. Dun, dun, dun. Wow. Very surprising.
Very surprising.
Very, very surprising. That was fun. I'm gonna buy a drill specifically for carving pumpkins.
I know, I might as well just use a drill all the time now.
Exactly. All right. As long as I get most of this stuff off here, I'll move on to my next drill head, drill bit. There we go.
Which one are you trying next?
I don't know. I was actually gonna ask. I was gonna ask you and Trish.
Ooh, okay.
Should I use this one or this one?
I am very intrigued to see what this one
Me
does.
too. Maybe I'll use this one for like a nose type deal.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Pumpkins need noses, right?
Mhm.
I think so. Oh, let me get some of the pumpkin gunk out of right here. Again, this is messy, but we do
Does
love
get a
messes
little
here at
messy.
Explora.
It's part of the fun.
Part of fun. There we go. So I'm twisting the top of the drill here to get some arms to come clamp down, so I can put this in, and it'll hold it in place. Oh, now it's locked. It's kind of scary. I think it's just because it's long. So hold it here. Make sure my hand's out of the way. I think I'm gonna put my nose right there. Oh, that's
wow.
really interesting. So it's almost like a...
It's making an indent.
Here, maybe I'll come a little bit closer.
Yeah.
So there's right there, there's a hole in the center where the very tip is of this, and there's also these two prongs are boring like a hole around it. So even if I don't go all the way through, I can get like this cool...
Yeah, you could even make designs with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you wanted to use this type of drill bit to make the eyes, it's almost like that's the eye. There's a little pupil in there. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. It's very surprising.
Rub it down.
My mind is blown time after time. And then I'll use my cardboard saw to get these extra carbons in here. Also, I get different styles of like shreddings depending on what drill bit I'm using, I've noticed.
Oh, really?
Because this one gave me like stringy confetti,
Yeah.
and then this one's like they look like grains of rice almost. Really interesting. There's a fly resting on my pumpkin. How you doing, buddy?
It could be the amount of ridges.
That would
Yeah.
make sense. That would make a lot of sense. Wow. You learn something new every day. All right, and then I'm gonna put this in safe mode. Unlock my tool here and wipe it down. And set it aside so later we can give it a good rinse. Oh boy.
Right.
You know.
So yours kinda long, Ava.
I know, it's coming along pretty good.
Oh, that looks really good.
It takes a little bit more time with the knives, but
Absolutely.
it definitely is coming along nicely.
Do we still have the stencil? I wanna. Where did it disappear to?
Where did the stencil disappear to? Was it in...
It's fine. There was
I do not know.
the stencil I held up
Oh, here we
earlier.
go.
There it is. So it's coming along really, really well.
Coming along.
And that's the
Just as
that's the
that.
perfect shaped pumpkin for that too.
I know, I picked the kind of tall one
Yeah.
for this kind of face.
That's really, really good. Super cool. All right, now I'm gonna use this last one here. I'm a little intimidated, for being honest. I'm stalling. Let's see.
You're gonna make one big eye and one small eye.
This is gonna make a giant eye. I think this one will give us a similar initial like cut in to this one, because there's this part in the center and then the circle outside. But we'll see how that works. And then we'll have to wrap soon. I don't know where to start. Right here. Wow.
It's a big hole. Ooh. It came
That
through.
was intense. That was intense.
It went through really fast.
I don't know if you guys experienced what I just experienced, but that was very cool. There's my giant eye. Huge. And if you can see, the wall of my pumpkin is stuck inside this thing. See if I can shake it out somehow. Interesting. I was not expecting that.
Me neither.
Again, I don't know what I was expecting, but what I saw was very, very cool.
And I've just
Wow.
finished the nose to this.
Oh, nice. Looks like he has a runny nose.
I know. Oh yeah, he's dripping a little bit there.
So this was what we cored out of
Oh, makes a perfect circle.
perfect circle.
Big chunk.
Really smooth wall. Fascinating. Add that to the gunk pile. And I think I'm gonna clean up my pumpkin friend here, and this is how he will exist. He doesn't have a mouth, I don't think.
Oh yes, no mouth.
No mouth. I think I like the no mouth. I think I'm pro no mouth.
I think I'm liking it too.
Put it
I
all-
like the little nose too. How you didn't go all the way
All the
through
way
with
in.
it.
So this is my pumpkin. I'll name him Barrett. Oh boy. And
Right.
yeah, so I think we've explored a few different ways to really cut into pumpkins, quite literally, cut into pumpkins. And I'm really curious to see what all of you at home come up with. We still have a few more minutes, but I wanted to kind of issue a bit of a challenge, possibly a little social media challenge. And I would love it for all of you guys at home if you could send in your pumpkin creations, what you make at home on your very own pumpkins. And maybe at the end of the month, we'll do a little gallery of Explora pumpkins, Explora make at home pumpkins. So challenge issued if you choose to accept it. But yes,
Be unique. Give it your all.
give your all.
Try something new.
Try something. Maybe you don't use a pumpkin. Maybe you use a large squash.
A watermelon,
A
perhaps.
watermelon, perhaps. That's very fun. Please send us your carved watermelons. And again, we have our Make at Home series continuing through the month of October. We have pre-recorded videos coming on Mondays, and we do lives like these on Thursdays. But near the end of the month, actually, we'll have 2 on Friday. So I believe October 23rd and October 30th, we'll be doing 2 Friday Make at Home live videos. And then next Thursday, we'll be